Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the severe weather threat, and then we're going to talk briefly about a big cooldown. But the main video, a big cooldown, hopefully will be out tomorrow, unless if I make a different video or don't post a video tomorrow. I'll probably do it Thursday or Friday. But I want to talk about this big cooldown. We'll talk briefly about it in today's video, but we'll talk about more about it in tomorrow's video. We're going to mainly talk about the severe weather threat today. There's a slight risk tomorrow. I'll talk about it probably at the end of the video, just real quick. But probably won't talk too much unless if it's enhanced, moderate, or high risk. But there's no way it'll be up to a moderate or high because these are going to be more like minor events. So let's look at the watch right now. Severe thunderstorm watch 94. Actually, yesterday we saw, or not yesterday, but this last Saturday we saw a total of 14 watches. Most of those were severe thunderstorm watches, and 2 of them were tornado watches. So total 12 severe thunderstorm watches and 2 severe thunderstorm watches from noon. This actually may have been Friday. Actually, if I'm thinking about it right. Sorry, not Saturday, Friday. From noon to the next day noon on Saturday noon. From Friday noon to Saturday noon, there was a total of 14 watches issued, so it was a pretty busy day that day of severe thunderstorm to, by the end of the day, tornado watches were issued. 14, I think, was the amount. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. So yeah. Also, let me know as a comment. Let me know if you guys think there will be more upcoming big severe weather coming up or not. Let me know if you guys think it will be active May or not. That's what I mean. Do you think there will be some more big outbreaks coming up? Here are the counties in the severe thunderstorm watch here, right in this region. These are all the counties. For any of those, be careful today. Probabilities: 10% chance of tornadoes, 40% chance of wind, 40% chance of hail, and then a total of 70% chance of any sort of severe weather. Here are the warnings. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for our area there. And of course it decides to do that. Flash flood warning here, severe thunderstorm, and flash flood warning, it looks like, in that area. So we'll have to watch that area for possibly severe thunderstorm warning. Blue is severe thunderstorm warning. It's not this big, but on here, it should, if your counties and severe thunderstorm warning covers the whole county in blue or red or whatever it is. So it might not be this wide of a severe thunderstorm warning as it shows. Okay. Let's get to the Storm Prediction Center now. So let's look at day 1 categorical outlook here. There we go. We see a general thunderstorm risk, and then another one over here, and then a small one there. We see a marginal risk here, and then a slight risk of severe weather in this region here, where more storms could be, there could be more wind and hail, and maybe a brief tornado or two in that area. If we look at the tornado threat today, we see there is a 2% chance of tornadoes. Not a big threat, but still a threat. Not as big as like 2, 5, 10, 15, 30, 45, or 60% chance of tornadoes, but still a pretty significant threat of 20% chance, or not 22% chance, sorry, of tornadoes is still pretty significant for tornadoes. So still be on the watch out for maybe a brief tornado or two, but not like violent tornadoes or any of that kind of stuff. The hail risk today is a 5 and then 15% chance. I think more likely will be hail over here in this region more than this region where the severe thunderstorm watch is, just because I think there will be more hail there, and I think more over here could see some hail, but it will be more of a damaging wind threat here in that area. If we look at the wind threat, it will be more toward this region over here, so we see 5%. Then we see a 15% chance for this region over here, because I think it will be more of a wind threat. It could be a hail threat, but I think it will be more of a wind threat, though. I think. So yeah, we'll watch that area today. Severe thunderstorm watch, though, has been issued. So you have to watch there. We still have to watch for hail. There could be still some hail in that area. Just I think it'll be less likely, but we could still. Actually, on that severe thunderstorm warning, there is 60-mile-per-hour winds and about 2-inch hail about. So still, like I said, I didn't say there's not gonna be any hail. I said there could be some hail, but I don't think it's gonna be as bad as that area there. So yeah, day 2 categorical outlook is a big general thunderstorm risk area, and then another general thunderstorm risk area, and then a marginal risk of severe weather, then a second area of a marginal risk of severe weather. The tornado threat, day 2 tornado threat, is a 2% chance here in this region here, so yeah, not too big a threat, but still a threat of some tornadoes, so we have to watch that. Sorry for any background noise, if you hear any background noise. We're not going to look at the hail and wind threat. We'll just look at day 3 now outlook. And we just see general thunderstorms. We don't see big risk, but general thunderstorms will be in this area. So yeah. I won't be surprised if day 2 maybe has slight risk. We'll have to watch day 2 very closely. Now, let's look at future radar on the NAM 3K model. So, as you see here, continue to see winds, and then we see some possibly supercells behind the storm in Texas, Louisiana. These are the ones I'd be concerned for hail and maybe a few brief tornadoes, maybe. We'll have to watch that very closely. They'll move out, and then tomorrow we see some possibly stronger thunderstorms. It looks like these could be possibly strong, so I think there will be a slight risk coming out, probably somewhere in this area. So what I would do would probably put out a marginal risk for this area, and then probably put out a slight risk for right in that area probably. If I were them, I would probably do that. But I think there will be another slight risk possible tomorrow, but we'll watch that, and then we watch later on. We see possibly some more thunderstorm firing up on Thursday, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another marginal risk on Thursday for this area down here. I wouldn't be surprised for another marginal risk possible. Okay, let's look at the Cape real quick before we talk about the cooldown real quick. We see there is some Cape in this area today, so we'll have enough for some severe weather. Cape is food for thunderstorms. Basically, Cape is convective available potential energy, is what Cape stands for. And then we head into tomorrow. We still see some Cape. We'll have definitely enough Cape there. Then we go into Thursday. There is a little bit of Cape, but not as much as there was. So that's why I think there might be a marginal risk of severe weather in that region. Let's check out dew points here in this region. We see dew points are about 65 degrees near in that slight risk region, so there could be some severe weather in that area. And we head into tomorrow, and we still see some of those 60 dew points, so we will have enough for some severe weather. Then we head into Thursday, we still see some of those 60s, so that's why I think there might be a marginal risk for tomorrow. And the last thing we're going to look at is the actual temperatures. The actual temperatures around this time, and we see about 70 degrees here in this area today, and then that's enough for some severe weather. And then you see that it cools down in this area like I was talking about. Then we see some 70s in this region for Wednesday, and then heading into Thursday we see some of those 60s, maybe 70s, so definitely enough for some severe weather possibly. So, yeah, we're going to watch that. But thank you there, guys. Oh, yeah, also, I forgot to talk about, real quick, the cooldown. Sorry about that. So, we're going to look back, wait a minute, okay. We're looking back at Saturday. We saw there's cool air for this area here, and then warm air for this area. This is the major cooldown that I'm talking about. This is kind of just a little brief cooldown. Cooldown that I'm going to be talking about is this one up here in Canada, and this is not today, this is on Saturday, April 10th, so this was a few days before I'm recording this video, so you'll see that this has moved in already. So So if we continue to move on, we move into Sunday. We see that cooldown starts to move into the U.S. You still see warm air for this area here. We see that other cooldown kind of moves toward Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, as you saw that play out there. So, yeah. And then we see those cold air moving in here. We see that other cooldown moves for like New York in them. Seeing cool air, and then the other big cooldown comes in, and this is going to be the one that will be covering most of the U.S. We're not going to talk too much about it. Let's go a little more forward. We still see some of the cooldown move through into Wednesday next week. We continue to see cool air. These are temperature anomalies, so if you're like in the purples or even pinks, that means you're going to be even more below average than you usually are. So, yeah, and then we start seeing it move toward the central U.S., the very cold air, where we could have a possible snowstorm during this time. As you see here on our precipitation, we see some snow possible in this region. So, yeah, crazy in that region. You could see some snow. And then we continue to see this cooldown continue, and then we see another cooldown tries to move through near April 20th. And then it shows by near the end of the model run, it'll start becoming more of a warm air, cold air, meaning possibly some severe weather occurring around these regions with the warm, cold. So yeah, we see that cooldown finally moves out by the end of the model run, as it's showing by possibly April 23rd. Could never know if it will happen, but it could. We're gonna continue to watch this. We could, and if we do see that happen, that might mean we might see more severe weather events start up. With the cold air, we're not going to see as many severe weather events, just because it's going to be more probably calm, because there's going to be cool air. Usually you need warm air and then cold air behind it, and then have the cold air move in for severe weather. So like we're seeing basically today kind of set up. This is today. We see that warm and cold air next to each other. The cold air is trying to move in, and that's going to cause severe weather. That's going on today, as you see in those temperature anomalies here. So that's what we're going to watch for, at least the next week or two, possibly. We'll have a break from severe weather, so that's some good news. But then by the end of here, April, at least this model's showing right now, it's going to become possibly more warm air and cold air next to each other, meaning more severe weather. So we're going to have to watch this by the end of the model run, and just for fun, we'll just check out the cape by the end of this model run. This will definitely change. This has been changing, and let's just play this out here from now until the end of this model run. We see some cape in the southern U.S. Then we see less cape happening, maybe more in Florida, and then we finally see some more cape around the end of April. We start seeing more cape, but as you see, we'll see a calming trend into the possibly mid-April here. So that is some good news here, but it's just showing, though, eventually we will be starting back up on severe weather by the end of April. This model is showing, and possibly a few outbreaks showing up here. So we'll continue to watch that. I'll have more detail on this probably tomorrow or whenever I have this video. Hopefully I have a video like this come out in a few days. So I'll have more information about all this severe weather possibility, and then this cooldown. We'll have information about that in probably next video. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll continue to watch. There could be upcoming severe weather outbreaks. We'll have to continue to watch that. Tomorrow I'll try to make a better video talking about the big cooldown coming in. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It takes a little while to make these videos, so I would really appreciate it. But thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.